Hello and welcome to an update showcase of my mod Penguins and Rangers. In this update, I added quite a lot of things, including a DragonZord boss, a few new penguins, and a few Megaforce items. Please consider subscribing and let's get into it. Let's get into the good stuff. Okay, the first thing I'll show off is Penguin Steel Sword. You craft it by taking a diamond sword, 5 penguin steel ingots, put ice in the middle, and you get a penguin steel sword. It does 14 attack damage and looks pretty cool. I tried to make it look like the blade was made of ice. I think I did a decently good job. Looks pretty cool, in my opinion at least. Okay, now on to the penguins. I added the macaroni penguin. They have all their waddling and swimming animations. Okay, the next penguin I added was the Gentoo penguin. Looks nice. I tried to make him as distinguishable from the Adelie penguin as possible, since they look kind of similar except for the white part around their eyes. And I also added one Easter egg character. I added Bread and Fred from an indie game I found called Bread and Fred, which is basically a game where, well, I actually played it a little bit on this channel. These guys have you should be able to find these in like the mountains, because that in the game they climb a mountain, so I thought it was appropriate. I think you can find the Gentoo penguin in Snowy Plains biome. I made him spawn in Stony Beaches. Alright, now we're done with the penguins. Let's go on to the Megaforce stuff. Okay, so what I added is the Megaforce Morpher, the symbol, and a few of the cards. The first thing you need to do to get one of these cards is to first obtain a blank card. Now you craft that by putting a piece of paper and a morphing grid ingot. Now using that blank card, you just surround it with the corresponding Rangers morphing grid ingot. Like with red, you surround it in red morphing grid ingots, and with blue, you surround it in blue, and with black, you surround it in black. So yeah, that's how you craft these cards. I think they look pretty good and pretty accurate, if I do say so myself. So you might be wondering, how do you get the Megaforce Morpher then, if you have the cards? To be able to craft the Megaforce Morpher, you first need the Megaforce symbol. And to craft the Megaforce symbol, you take one red morphing grid ingot, one blue morphing grid ingot, one black morphing grid ingot, and yellow and pink with a blank card in the middle, and you get the symbol. And then you place the symbol in the middle of the crafting table, take 3 gold, 2 iron, and a morphing grid ingot, and you get the Morpher. Okay, so to morph into a Megaforce Ranger... Oh, also forgot to mention, I added sounds to the Mighty Morphin Morphers, and also you need to have your inventory clear. You need to have your armor slots clear in order to use the morphers, so it doesn't replace your armor. So let me give an example. Let's say I have a diamond helmet on, and I want to morph into the Red Ranger. Now I try clicking on it, it doesn't work. That's because I have armor on. But now when I take it off, I morph into the Red Ranger. So yeah, I made it so most of the morphers don't replace your armor, but the Megaforce Morpher and the Mobirit still replace your armor, so just be careful with that. Okay, let me take this off and show off the Megaforce suits. So all you have to do is insert a card, right click again, plays the animation, and boom, you become a Megaforce Ranger. This is the Blue Ranger suit. This will be the Black Ranger suit. The black, what the heck? It was working before. Weird. But you can get an idea of what it's supposed to look like in the inventory. Now moving on from that weird, let's go on to the real meat of the update. The main attraction, the DragonZord boss. You might be wondering, how do you summon the DragonZord? Did you finally add the Dragon Dagger? No, I will add it in the future, just give me some time. But I did add an item that is similar to the Dragon Dagger called the Dragon Flute, which is used to summon the DragonZord. Okay, so to craft the Dragon Flute, have a jukebox, 2 copper ingots, 1 morphing grid ingot, 1 gold, and 1 Mighty Morphin symbol. And just as a reminder, to craft the Mighty Morphin symbol, it takes 1 of each colored morphing grid ingot with a morphing grid ingot in the middle, and you get the symbol. DragonZord has 1,000 health and is quite powerful, so you really need to be prepared before you attempt to take on this thing. Now, when you defeat the DragonZord, you get a dragon power point, which, when crafted with the other morphing parts, allows you to craft the dragon power morpher, allowing you to morph into the Green Ranger without the use of a Ranger key. I'll first summon him in creative so you can get an idea of what he looks like. The flute plays, and the DragonZord is summoned. Just look at this guy. I worked really hard on his animations, especially his tail. I wasn't sure how to make him have multiple attacks, so I just combined all of his attacks into one attack animation. Game mode. Survival, and here we go. Alright, DragonZord, come at me. See, he has a tailspin attack, just like you just saw, and he bashes his head into you, which is quite cool. Come on, let's go. Let's go, DragonZord. Yeah, even with the armor on, you still take a lot of damage. So, be careful when you fight this thing. Get over here. I'm taking you down, DragonZord. Okay, ow. I thought I had keep inventory on. Okay, let me show you really how powerful he is. Let me grab some, like, netherite armor, because this will show you really how strong he is. See, I'm in full netherite, and he does, like, 3 hearts of damage. 3.5 hearts of damage. Which is crazy. Yeah, so use Power Ranger weapons to do more damage. Yeah, you at least need to have netherite before attempting to take him down. And see, we got a dragon power coin. There's a few other things I did. I gave the Adelie penguin sounds, and as you probably noticed already, I gave the morpher sound. But they're very loud, so I recommend turning down your volume. So yeah, that's about it for everything I added in the update. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll release it sometime soon. Goodbye! And remember to subscribe.